everybody? Welcome to Impossible Coin. I can make no guarantees as to whether or not our interview with Dave Lang is already in the feed. Hope you liked it, motherfuckers. If it is yet to come out, I assure you it's baller. And I didn't mean to lie when I wrote the description for last week's episode. Don't at me. But all the same, you got 2 episodes this week. Incredible. What a time to be alive.
What a time to be alive.
West Texas, Rocky Hardy, the best there ever was, the premier murderer of community leaders. How are you?
I'm all right, man. I'm still indulging in monster murder. I still assert that they are monsters. And I've been hanging out, man. I've been playing video games. Messing around with a bit of Celeste. That game is fucking weird, dude, but it's super dope. I've been jumping. I've been running from crazy hotel owners and trying to carry my friend who's trapped in a crystal. It's a good-ass time, man.
All right. And then, somewhere in Ohio, Dr. Diabetes, the destroyer of dreams, Tegan Somerset.
Hi, everybody. Quick Easter roundup. Girl Scout cookies got delivered this week, and jelly beans came out, so I have currently 6 unopened boxes of Girl Scouts, 1 half-eaten box of Do-si-dos. I had 10 bags of jelly beans, and I am down to 8, and I've got a bunch of Mally's chocolate. So it's a good week for some diabetes.
Little snapshot into the Cartwright household. Earlier this week, Tegan sent a message to the Impossible Coin chat where she was talking about, I believe, jelly beans. It was some gross sugar concoction, but she was talking about some candy, and she's like, I'm thinking about mixing the candy into an omelet. I assume it was a joke. I hope it was a joke. I don't know. I repeated this to my wife. So I look up and I said, Beth, Tegan just talked about mixing candy into an omelet. Which point Beth sighed and said, this is why people don't like millennials.
It was jelly beans. Since I'm still in technically the tasting phase, because what I do is I buy every single kind of jelly bean that's available at the beginning of jelly bean season, and then again right before the end of jelly bean season.
Tasting phase? You're talking about this shit like you were on a wine trail in Sonoma.
The tasting phase.
The
flavor profiles of some of the jelly beans change every season. And some of them, I know, Roman, and sometimes they're, real consistent. So, you gotta make sure you're getting a good batch of jelly beans. And yes, it was jelly beans I was talking about mixing in, to the omelet, and then possibly drizzling pure, delicious maple syrup on top of.
Oh my God. Tegan, how's the jelly bean mouth feel?
I like jelly beans, so it doesn't matter. They're delicious. But I ate a bag of spiced jelly beans, a bag of Laffy Taffy jelly beans, and a bag of sweet tart jelly beans. Oh. And I know, Roman, the sweet tart jelly beans and the Laffy Taffy jelly beans suffer from the same problem, which is the outer jelly bean part, the part that has the flavor, the sugary crust. That part, when you bite it, dissolves kind of into a powder, which is not jelly bean texture. And that's unfortunate. And for the Laffy Taffy, it's definitely a strike against, because Laffy Taffies are not supposed to be powdery, they're supposed to be chewy. But for the sweet tarts, ironically, it's a point in favor, because sweet tarts are supposed to be powdery when you bite them.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So now we gotta go on to the 100% real fruit juice ones, the traditional Jelly Bird eggs, which are in the same vein as the spiced jelly beans, but they aren't spicy. And then we've got 3 different kinds of Starburst jelly beans: ice cream flavor, crazy flavor, and originals. And then we have some Troll sour jelly beans. And I think there might be one, and then there's your traditional Jelly Belly jelly beans.
That sounds like a bunch of exciting mouth trash.
It is, I am a connoisseur of jelly beans, let me tell you what. And then, we've got, all the Girl Scouts delivered, so I've got my Do-si-dos that I'm eating, and I will be eating throughout the podcast, thank you. And then I got, 3 boxes of Thin Mints, 1 box of Samoas, because I've already eaten 2 boxes of Samoas, a box of Tagalongs, a box of Savannah Smiles that I'm gonna save for summer, to have with some nice tea, and a box of the new s'mores ones, which are, I had a sample of after I'd already ordered them, and they're a little disappointing, but I feel like if you dip them in some melted chocolate, it would be like just right.
Well,
so I'll let you know how that goes too.
That's exciting. Thank you for giving us an update on your trash diet. We're all invested. We're all invested.
I am doing some exercising though, because I got a con coming up, so I'm starting with, hey, don't bite Roman. Not Roman, Nico bit Roman. I'm doing some squats. I'm starting with 10 squats a day, and my legs hurt. So any advice for the legs not hurting would be excellent.
Tegan, it's 10 squats.
At me with your exercise tips. I haven't exercised in 10 years.
Oh, God.
I'm an adult. I didn't exercise through college because it was during college that we discovered I had asthma. And then post-college when they went, you shouldn't be exercising. And I went, oh, okay. I guess I will stop then.
Okay.
Rocky.
I have too much asthma.
Rocky.
Yes.
I assume that you haven't been eating trash and probably have been doing something other than trying to escape a hotel.
Well, to be honest, there's a bit more grease in my food than I'm proud of, but I have been eating a lot of ramen. I've been, cleaning up my soft-boiled egg tech.
What is your secret for the best soft-boiled egg?
What I do is that I make sure that the egg can be completely submerged. There's some people that like to do half length, and they'll just cook it for the full time. But I like it to be completely submerged. I boil for 7 minutes. Immediately after I take it out, and then I put it in an ice bath for 3 minutes to stop the cooking. And that way the yolk generally comes out custardy and it never overcooks. The only thing is that if you don't pull out the egg quickly after you put it into the ice bath, you're supposed to let it sit there for a couple of minutes, but if you leave it in there for more than 5, peeling the egg becomes difficult, and then you run the risk of splitting the white as you're peeling it and messing up your egg. But as long as you're paying attention, it's not that bad. It's pretty solid.
Gotcha.
Yeah. In addition to Celeste, I've been messing around with Aegis Defenders, and that is now batshit crazy banana pants. Where I really wish I had someone to play split screen with, because now I'm managing 3 characters, and the level that I'm on is not the normal tower defense where I'm just defending pathways in general, but I'm on a moving ship. And I have to set up my same defenses while I'm protecting the ship on its escape, and it's pretty tough right now. I'm still playing on insane, so I guess I could turn it down, and maybe it'd be easier. But I don't know. It's weird, but it's a lot of fun. I have now I have passive damage flowing. I have 3 different types of turrets, some that shoot straight, some that shoot in a cone. I have ice dragons that can shoot at things that freeze stuff, so I have statuses to play with. It's really neat. I got a lot of really cool stuff going on, but it's a lot to manage. So it's no longer, I don't think it can reasonably be my turn down game anymore, because I have been just sitting around waiting to fall asleep, and I'll just play for 40 minutes before I pass out. And now I can't do that. It requires a lot more attention. I've still been playing Monster Hunter. I did cut this week's stream a little short. I apologize for that. I have been having fun messing around with certain builds. Well, not builds, sets. Sorry, because that's a whole thing. Don't say builds around people who play Monster Hunter. Yeah, no, dude, I swear.
Is it because you're not actually building anything? You're just mix-matching different clothing?
Right. And so there isn't a set of skills that you're progressing through, and that's why it's not quite a build. It's just stuff that you put on. So they call them sets. But new players are calling them builds because that's how they're used to referring to them. And now it's starting to bleed over to me, which is problematic, but that's a whole other thing. But I've been messing around with different stuff. I've been trying to optimize some of my damage. I actually did some calculations this week, and I found out that the critical builds that I'm used to building, especially on dual blades, is still suboptimal. That I should actually be building attack, especially because attack up 4 gives you a little bit of affinity, and it's just ultimately more efficient. And so I've been messing around with stuff like that. I finished my weeklies, and the new weeklies actually have an elder dragon you're supposed to hunt, which is like the first time you're supposed to do it. It's the zombified like monster dragon called Valhazak. He lives on a pile of bones. He is responsible for the poisonous gas that's throughout Rotted Vale. So yeah, you get to hunt, I think, 5 of him this week for like your basically your free gem. So that's cool. The Wiggler events should be done by now, but I got my Wiggler hat, so like that's gonna be a lot of fun. And so on the moment, I'm just like doing my weeklies and on the road to Hunter Rank 100, but I'm not trying to rush it because I don't want to do like 60 hunts in a day. I mean, I can, but I don't want to. So I'll see you guys on Monday, and we'll see where we get from there.
So, Rocky, I will be joining you this week for
Yes.
Monster Hunter Mondays, as we discussed in between recordings today, because we're Iron Man and we're recording 2 things today. I'm wondering, how do you feel about slumming it and doing some of this low rank trash that I need to do and need to clean up?
So first of all, I love going back to low rank with like busted shit. Like it is one of the funnier things that I get to do. Like last week we talked about it, how I went on a mission with Brian and like there were 3 monsters on the map. We only really had to kill one of them, but I decided to kill all 3 because I could. And it's because like my stats are so high.
Yeah, like the monster in the middle, it was literally like stopping off to the 7-Eleven for a pack of cigarettes. It was like, while we're here...
just ruin that Jaggers. It was a trip. But like I don't mind playing like low rank, and I think it'll be good to like try to work on like some of Brian's fundamentals. I'm thinking I'm actually just gonna play an off weapon though. Like I might actually pull out longsword again, or even hunting horn. Because like at hunting horn we could both stand at the head, and I think that'd be good because while I do see Brian when he's using his hammer, generally you want to stay at the head because that stacks up the most like knockout potential, where you can like score extra knockdowns. And while no one has priority on the head anymore, traditionally Hammer's damage is optimized when he stays at the head. And so if I can like basically maintain that kind of positioning, and then Brian could possibly like absorb that kind of like movement, I think that would actually help him be a lot more efficient in the game. So I might just do that. I might just take like a bludgeoning weapon and just hang out at the head and whatnot. Or I could cut tails as like longsword, but like I already know how to do that. So unless like we're farming, I don't think it'd help Brian that much, because most of it is just like Brian learning how to play the game, not necessarily getting stuff.
Right. And Rocky, here are my bullet points. Bullet point 1, I want to have fun. Bullet point 2, I don't want to learn so many things that I'm like, this is exhausting. It's not fun anymore. Bullet point 3, if I happen to get stuff to make dumb little outfits, I'll be happy. I made a dumb little shirt that made my guy look even more like Guy Fieri, so I'm very happy with that. I believe that it was I got it from that Eggbird Man. Stuff I got from the
cool.
Eggbird Man let me make an Eggbird Man shirt, which looks dumb, and so I like it. So if I can get more dumb outfits and dumb things, I'm like... I suppose I should probably make little outfits that help my monster fighting man, but ideally they should look stupid.
Well, honestly, Brian, like there's a whole section of Monster Hunter where it's dedicated to fashion hunting. Like there are people that legitimately build sets that have certain skills, but they really want them for like the look. Like there's a whole like there are actual YouTubers just like who are dedicated to finding sets that look good that also have decent stats. I think one of the more popular ones is there's like a Vampire Hunter set that has attack up 4, which gives you like a solid amount of raw and a little bit of affinity. And
it sounds like the
really
level of thinking for what you're talking about might be running into problem number 2. Don't want to learn too much. I want to just stand at the head and hit a man with a hammer. That's what I want to do.
You could do what I do and just slide into beasts while sharpening your sword and not actually attack them, but die.
That's the freshest tech, Tegan.
I have the hottest strats.
Tegan, we might just need to just remap your buttons, because it's just... Because, like, I know that square, which is the button that you use to use items, is mapped to like where light attack are in like a lot of other fighting-esque games. So that might be what like Tegan's like reacting to.
What I really need to do is I just need to be able to hook up my Joy-Cons to my PlayStation so I can use a set of buttons that I'm used to.
We have the technology.
I can do that? The
technology. Yes.
Yeah.
Wait, that's thing?
That's the thing.
I want to do that.
There is a hot little device. It's a thing called a Cronus Max. I think Rocky's probably familiar with the thing I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It's a thing that plugs into a USB port on a PS4 or an Xbox One, and it will then make that console treat just about any controller you want like the native console for that device.
Mm-hmm.
So you can say like Xbox One. Yeah.
I could play everything because all my buttons would be in the right spots.
Right.
Nice.
That's how we get Tegan to the pro Monster Hunter scene. She puts up world record scores because she's using her Joy-Cons.
Yeah, I think Play Asia sells them, the Cronus Maxes.
So, who's gonna fly over to Ohio and figure out how to install these for me?
I believe in Alex, honestly. I think he can figure it out.
Yeah, we're outsourcing.
Well, I mean, I'm sure, but that's not as fun. That doesn't make either of you travel.
That's true.
So, like, what's the
Tegan,
point of that?
The real question you're asking is, which of you is going to go to Ohio? And
yeah,
that's a real hard question.
I mean, I know Brian hates flying, so it'll probably be me, but, you know, who knows?
Okay.
But Tegan, what's been going on with you? What kind of games you been playing?
Bad games. I'm playing lots of bad games. I'm playing Animal Crossing fucking Pocket Camp again.
Okay.
Because there was a flower spring event, and I was like, I want all the flowers. Please let me have the flowers. So I did.
Okay.
And now I have I have a cherry blossom in my camp, which is cool, and I have like a bunch of these little like troughs, which I can make a little like river that goes through my camp, and it looks super cute. Yeah, I didn't initially include it in the doc because I was ashamed. But you know what? Fuck it. It doesn't matter. And I'm playing Trio of Towns again. I'm in year 2. I'm in early spring. I currently have 2 town links on lock, which means I can't raise my affinity with that town anymore until I meet very specific circumstances.
Okay.
Any husbandos this time?
I have, a funny story about the husbandos. I've reached a point in the game where I have to choose who to date.
Sure.
And this is a pre-marriage requirement, is I have to choose who to date.
Generally is.
In other Harvest Moon games, you could just get everyone's affection for you all the way up to red, which is at the point where you can propose, or pink, like depending on the game. You could do everybody at the same time, and then pick after you saw the red heart event for whoever. And in this game, it's capped everybody at light green and says, you can't go any further until you give one of these dudes a necklace. It's a pendant. And each town has a specific one, so you have to buy the right one for the right town and give it to a boy. And then you'll be dating, so you won't see any of the other boys' heart events. You'll just see the boy you're dating. Mm-hmm. No, it's not fair. I can't be in a polyamorous relationship with all these boys anymore, Roman. I know. See, he has opinions on that. I should be able to date whoever I want. Thank you. Yeah, so I have, Wayne and Ford and Ludus so far at Greenheart. And
Wayne's the doctor, right?
No, Ford's the doctor. Wayne's the postman.
Oh, fuck me. Yeah.
Mr. Postman.
Yeah. Wayne's the cute postman who's like a charmer. Ford's a doctor who's like very awkward. He's very much like, I am a professional and I have to deal with everybody very professionally. And then like, when he starts catching feelings for you, he's like, why is there warmth in my chest? Do I have like a fever? Am I getting sick? Like, I don't understand.
Wayne looks like the kid from The Walking Dead.
I know!
He just looks like Coral.
Yeah, he's like Coral with blonde, wavy locks.
Yeah, it's like, here's Coral for your heart. Like,
right, exactly.
Oh.
Here's Coral as a grown-up, well-adjusted adult who spent a lot of time taking care of his elderly grandparents before moving out into the West Town. And then I have Hinata, who's like a theater performer from Sukiya, the Japanese village. He's at a dark blue, which means like I've got one more level until he's like, you have to choose to date him. And I have whatever the other guy's name is. He's like, his name begins with a Y. I don't know. He looks like a little samurai, but he's sick. So that's why he's there. 'Cause it's better than being in the city. And he's at a light blue heart. And then Ludus, who's the guy from not Hawaii, is at a bright green heart also. So I have to pick. And I think I'm gonna pick Ludus overall. Just because, from a farmer's standpoint, having a dude around who literally builds all of the buildings that I'm required to have on the farm, seems most convenient, even though by marrying him you don't get any discounts, which fucking sucks, but whatever. Like, that's lame. If I'm married to you and I can provide you all of the supplies and I have to help you build it anyway, you should just not charge me at that point, because it's just money from my bank account moving to your bank account, and we have shared funds anyway, so like, pragmatically, this doesn't make sense. But whatever. And then, yeah, so I gotta pick a dude. I don't know who I'm gonna pick. But I did like the New Year's festivals, and those were cute. And there was like a Starry Night festival in, both West Town and Luluco, but at different times, so I got to see both of those, which was really cute. Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know who I'm gonna pick. Well, I know who I'm gonna pick, but I just want to see all the events before I pick them. God. And then there's a Harvest Moon game that's gonna be coming out for the Switch. And, even though it's not, by Xseed, like the superior Harvest Moon choice, I'm still gonna get it. So I'll let you know how that goes.
I have bad news, Tegan.
Huh.
There is some advance word on that game.
Yeah, it's shit. I already know. Because it's not by Marvelous, and it's not by Xseed. Like, I'm ready for it to be bad. I'm okay with that. Cookie. Yum, yum, yum. But yeah. You know. It looks bad. Like, the art on it looks bad, and that's how I know it's gonna be bad. Because it looks like a bad Harvest Moon game, and not a good Harvest Moon game. But whatever, I pre-ordered it anyway.
You're not gonna get the collector's edition, are you?
There isn't a collector's edition.
There is a collector's edition.
There wasn't a collector's edition when I looked for it. What's
I'm
in the
looking at
collector's
it
edition?
right now. It's got a dumb plush cow in it.
I love the dumb plush cows!
Oh no.
Oh no. Brian, please link me this dumb plush cow.
You just have to go to NIS America's site, and as we know, they're real good with credit card numbers.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Do I have to order it from NIS America?
Kind of looks that way.
I'm not ordering it then. Fuck it. They could
Yeah, you heard it here first, folks. No dumb plush cow for Tegan.
Man, but I do have a dumb capybara, so that's cool. I could get a capybara as a pet in Trio of Towns, and so, like, if you pre-ordered it, you got a capybara plush.
Looks like it's also got some pins in it, CD, like a journal.
CD, though.
Yeah.
Well, now I might get it. Dang it. Could I get, like, a Visa gift card and run it that way, you think?
Or you could use your PayPal.
Oh, okay. Well, PayPal I kind of trust, so. You know. Anyway, but also, there's gonna be a Professor Layton anime.
Okay.
It's gonna be about Catriel, which is relevant because Catriel was one of my best girls, remember?
I did see that, yeah.
Yeah. It's starting up in April. So, I will be sure to give you all the hot updates on that. Rocky, if you want to join me in watching it, I'm sure it's gonna be super cute.
I might watch it. I'm interested. I like Catriel.
I'm excited. And then, of course, on recording day, it is the Splatfest, for which came first, the chicken or the egg. And, Rocky, are you playing?
Yeah, I've been playing in preparation. You know, I take a couple of days to reacclimate myself to the meta. I got some new dualies that are stupid strong. I don't know why they let people do this, but it's really cool. I've actually been following a couple of Splatoon 2 groups in preparation as well, and Charger Tech has been coming up. It's pretty serious.
Really?
Yeah. Charger
Tech and Splatfest always got me, like, always used to annoy me.
Yeah.
Probably because, I was always like, why are you picking a charger on these maps that are not good for chargers? You know, because before in Splatoon 1, it was always like, these are the maps. These are the 3 maps that you're going to be playing on. And it's like, if one of them was good for chargers, I'd be like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. But like when the other ones were not good for chargers, I'm like, why are you picking a charger? Stop it. Pick a real gun.
No, but like, okay, so there is a charger that does like the trip shot thing that's really good, like the tri-shot, with the shorter range. And then I do know Splatter Scope, I think, is also seeing some serious play. It's definitely not as like as wide as like the, you know, like the normal splatter shots or dualies. I know dualies are bigger, but like dualies is a lot more patient. It's not like roll heavy anymore. And that like slowdown has made it so that chargers with their pop out and pop shot are actually a lot stronger. And I do know like their charge times are a lot shorter than they were at launch. Like I think you get like an extra like half second to react to stuff. And I think it's even less with skills.
Well, that's kind of nice.
Yeah. Because I've seen like a charger fire like 3 like back-to-back fully charged shots, 4 kills, like in under 2 seconds.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So like it's not slow anymore. Like and I'm interested to see how that goes. I still want to see this like the Splatfest drop the dome. I haven't played on it yet. Like I haven't gotten to the actual Splatfest. I'm gonna do that after recording. Have you been on that map yet?
No, not yet. The only map I've been on was Moray Towers.
Oh, okay.
And I got that a couple times, like before the before like the first show we recorded. And both times I was like, why am I moving so slow? And then I looked and I realized I hadn't changed out my shoes. I need to get on that scrub train, but like I'm never on enough during Splatfest to really like take as much advantage of that as I should, you know?
Yeah.
Because I'd really like to get my 2 run speed up, 2 swim speed up on my shoes, like I had in original. Because that would have been fun. That makes you, or it made you at least pretty fast, both walking and swimming. So, like, that was nice for me.
I actually have a pair of blue boots that have, like, triple sub ink down. And that makes the Tetra, like, the dark Tetra dualies even stronger. Because I can just, like, kind of spam auto bombs.
Oh.
With just like a little bit of ink, like just hanging out in front of me.
I have those same blue boots, I think.
I like those.
It's the tall ones with the like metal on the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I use those same ones because they look the coolest, but like I want my run and swim speed up on them.
That's real. I'm about it.
But yeah. What about you, Brian?
I've been playing a little stuff. That hot new game, Batman Returns, for the Super Nintendo.
What?
been playing that on my my Super NT. I wanted to mess with Batman Returns for a couple of reasons. One, it has a reputation as being like a really underappreciated brawler. Because like generally, if you're looking for a brawler, most people will like look to Capcom first and Konami second. And when people think brawlers and Konami, they generally think first Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 4, Turtles in Time, or like the Simpsons brawler.
The Simpsons brawler was pretty good.
Yeah. So like Batman Returns is a Konami brawler, and it's like one of those ones where it's like if you've played it, like you think highly of it, but like a lot of people haven't played it because like Batman Forever which was not a Konami game, was like this like weird like pile of shit. And so like a lot of times people will mix them up in their memory and they'll be like, Batman for the Super Nintendo, that was garbage. And it's like, no, there were like multiple games that used the Batman license on the SNES. There was Batman Forever, which was a pile of shit. There was Adventures of Batman and Robin that was based on the cartoon that was real good. And is more of like a like action platformer kind of thing. And then there's Batman Returns, which is a brawler, and it's a really good brawler. There's like items that you rotate usage of. So like you can either like throw batarangs, or you can like deploy your grappling hook and like swing across the screen, which is like really, really helpful just for like the way you play brawlers. Because like, I think I mentioned a couple weeks ago that the worst possible thing that you can do in a brawler is get pinned in between like guys on both sides. And so like having a move in your move set, which just like pushes you to one side of the whole screen, allows you to like just sort out all your dudes. You're like, all the dudes are over here. And so like they have to create enemies that like make that hard if they give you that move. So there's an evil clown who rides a motorcycle and wears like a skull mask. And because he's riding his motorcycle back and forth on the screen, it means that if you use your grappling hook to get over to one side of the screen, you kind of want to time that with when he gets over there. So that way you can start pinning him in with all the other guys at the same time. Also, like, really, really, like, good art in this game. Like, all of the characters are just, like, super giant. Like, I love big characters and brawlers. Like, people who use it as an opportunity to just make gigantic sprites for the characters. And all of the sprites in Batman Returns are just, like, absolutely gigantic. So, like, that's a good thing. Also, like, they gave the Batman lots of like moves which for like dealing with multiple enemies at one time, which I also really enjoy in brawlers. Like nothing like smashing one dude's head into another dude's head, just like grabbing him and going like, that it looks cool. And like I never get tired of doing it in brawlers. Really good chiptunes versions of like Danny Elfman's music from Batman Returns the movie. So like chiptunes Danny Elfman, I'm way in. So like yeah, like Batman Returns is like totally a game that doesn't get enough love on the SNES, and like it's also a cartridge which can still be had for relatively cheap. Like I think I paid like less than $20 for this game. It like there are definitely like SNES games where like the price of the game has gotten out of control because of like decreasing supply and so forth and increased demand. But Batman Returns is a video game you can buy for your Super Nintendo, where you will enjoy playing it a lot and you will feel good about the price that you paid. Strong recommend. Also, I'm continuing to, let's see here. Actually, you know what? Before I dig into that, like there was a game I briefly mentioned last week that I didn't even have a chance to really dig into, which is Florence, which is a game which is out right now on iOS and Android. And it's like a little narrative game about a woman falling in and out of love with somebody.
So it's a dating sim.
No, not really, because like the mechanics of like, you know, like the propulsion of a dating sim is like the act of like getting the other person. Like there in a dating sim there are mechanics to the dating. I'm going to make that waifu my waifu, or I'm going to make that husbando my husbando. You have to like, no matter what you do in Florence, the boy will like you, like, because the game is about the narrative.
Okay.
Yeah, so I would say that probably makes it more fit into Edith Finch territory than, say, like, any given dating sim territory, which means I'm sure Tegan will hate it, so I'm trying to keep it as far away from her as possible before
Does that
Game of the
mean
Year.
it's a book? Are you saying it could be a book just as easily as a game?
And here we are. I don't think so. I think that there are ways it communicates the experience which can only be done through an interactive medium. There's also things I really like about it, that it specifically uses touch very well. And that's one thing that always, like, just pisses me off.
Really?
Yeah. No, Tegan. Nothing dirty. The stink finger does not happen in this game.
Oh, okay. The what?
The stink finger.
The what?
The stink finger.
What is a stink? I don't want to know. I changed my mind.
Sometimes when a man and a woman love each other very much...
No, I don't want to know! I don't want to know! Don't tell me about putting your finger in your wife's butt or whatever. I don't want to know!
I'm shocked that you would even say that.
Because it's the woman who puts the finger in the man's butt, Tegan. Jesus!
I think there's equal opportunity.
Yeah, so Florence is I think it's a fun little game. You can resolve it in about 2 hours. Good art, good music, kind of sad, ultimately hopeful. And it's also from Annapurna Interactive, which was the same team that published What Remains of Edith Finch. The next game that they've got coming out is Donut County, which I think we've briefly touched on in the past, which I think is more Tegan's brand of vodka.
Is that the thing with all the holes?
The whole thing?
Yes.
The thing with the hole.
Yeah, I want that.
Yeah.
I want the thing with all...
Yeah.
Where you're shoving stuff in a hole.
Yeah, the thing where you're shoving stuff in a hole. Again, stink finger definitely possible in that situation.
Only if you swallow a trash can.
I think it's later this spring. Of course, playing more Final Fight. Got into my Final Fight Friday last night. I know now that, like, the time it takes me reliably to beat Final Fight is about an hour. It is an hour-long thing to get through Final Fight 1. So I'm probably going to start playing some other brawlers as well on Final Fight Fridays. I'll always launch every night with Final Fight, but then I'll, like, pick up some other brawlers. I think it'll probably make some sense to...
Why can't we just call it Fight Night Friday?
Oh, well,
Fight Night Friday also works.
See, I think Fight Night might be, like, a misnomer, because I think people might show up expecting fighting games, and they're like, I came for the fighting games. I'm like, yo, I don't have you. This is not where fighting games happen.
Aren't brawlers fighting games? They're games that you fight in.
We need to workshop the name.
I think it'll probably stay Final Fight Fridays, and, like, for the time being, what I'll primarily play will be Capcom Brawlers. Which probably means I'll probably dig into some of those Dungeons and Dragons Capcom Brawlers that Iron Galaxy did the port work on. So I'll mess with those. I'll fuck with those. Also bought kind of a weird, dumb, cool thing.
Okay.
So they made, like, these little cute handheld Apple IIs. They look just like it's a thing that looks like an Apple II. And I think that both of you are probably young enough that you never had to touch an Apple II in the context of your schooling. Am I right?
Wait, is that the big, like, Apple, like, computers?
They had kind of like a nice, gross gray look to them.
It's not the ones that were all monitor, were they?
They kind of had a look that was all monitor, but not in the way they were not like, oh god, are you thinking about that shit that came out around 2000 that looked like giant candy with a screen on the front.
Oh, I like those. Those look cute.
Because this is...
You like those.
All right. So, once again, I'm marching slowly toward death. I have thrown you guys a link. I will not be adding the link into the show doc because I am sure that most people who listen to this show probably know what an Apple II looks like.
If you don't know what an Apple II looks like, at Brian.
Yeah.
At whatever he's on.
It's at Semi-Fake Gods on Twitter and Impossible Coin on Facebook.
Yep.
Semi-Fake Gods.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's a good Twitter handle.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
This is a tiny box. This looks like those computers in Fallout 4.
Yep, it's true. Mm-hmm. So, like, when I was in middle school and elementary school, the computers were definitely Apple IIs. There were Apple IIs that were, the world was rotten with them. And one of the things that I remember doing a lot on Apple IIs, especially at school, was fucking playing some Oregon Trail. Mm-hmm. And so this company has released these little things that look like Apple IIs but are handheld. And they have like nice clicky buttons on them that feel like a old computer keyboard. And when you push the disc into the disc slot on the front, it powers the device up, and then all it does is play Oregon Trail. It is a dedicated Oregon Trail handheld that feels like an Apple II.
All right.
And it's wild. It's not like one of those like Tiger Electronics things from the 90s. Like, this thing full on has a screen. Like, it is running something that looks like the Apple version of Oregon Trail on it. And it's just like, it's a really weird way to like nostalgia out. Cause it like makes me think about being in like 6th grade and, you know, fucking off during typing class and then like playing Oregon Trail and whatever. Like, it seems like a very silly toy, which is going to, get at people in my age range nostalgia pretty hard. These things were like selling at Target exclusively for like $25. Target is now completely sold out of them nationwide, like in a day.
Amazing.
And now they're on fucking eBay because people are monsters. And like, they're now this $25 Oregon Trail toy is going for like $40 on eBay. So, all of you guys trying to profit off of my nostalgia, you're all monsters. However, I will be breaking the wagon wheels and getting the dysentery and dying on the way to Oregon from the comfort of my couch.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Can I just say I was never privy to the Oregon Trail experience?
Are you that young, Tegan?
No, they never made us play it. Like, my class, the classes I was in never had to play it, but like, my peers had to play it.
Okay. Like, you know, I thought that there was an age range for which most people got exposed to Oregon Trail, and then on the younger, edge of that Oregon Trail range are people who were also exposed to Carmen Sandiego, for their edutainment needs.
Yeah, I mean, there were people who did have to play it at my school for edutainment.
Yeah.
But the classes I was in were never those classes.
Yeah.
Like, I literally never had to play it. So I literally never have.
I also have very fond memories of the computer lab at school also had SimCity installed in it. Like, logging into SimCity's SimCity files, and ruining other people's cities, and then just leaving the computer lab.
Oh,
Jeez.
that's so mean.
Look, man, it's possible that 6th and 7th grade Brian was in a dark place. And
6th and 7th grade Brian sounds like an asshole.
Oh my god. He was a kid, Tegan. Also, I feel like more kids actually need to play SimCity. The concept behind, city organization and city planning is a valuable understanding in not only how the world around them works, but also how they fit into, like, being a citizen and serving their civic duty.
Yeah.
Well, you could do that with other games, though. Like, I got really into Tropico when I was in Japan, and I got real good at city planning at that point. And that all it would do is make me mad about how my home city in America has been designed, because, like, damn, it's designed so poorly. Everything is everywhere. Stop it.
That's what I mean. Like, there would be kids, if there was a whole generation of kids that knew, like, how certain things work in SimCity, they would see stuff like a liquor store next to, like, a middle school, and they're just like, this shouldn't be here. This is wrong. And, like, those kids would grow up to people that could challenge those ideas. But, like, a lot of people aren't like that. They see that and they just kind of shrug and go about their day.
Wrong. Don't do that. Challenge your liquor store locations.
I would love to see kids get handed an Animal Crossing game instead of being taught how to balance a checkbook, because I think that Animal Crossing makes that shit much more real. So, like, when kids are like, I want to get another floor in my house, but I hate paying Tom Nook back. You're like, well, kid,
you got a decision to make.
Congratulations. Welcome to Animal Crossing, and in turn, welcome to life.
Well, but at the same time, I feel like it makes it super easy, because, like, you can just go fish in the ocean for a while, catch a bunch of red snappers and knife jaws, and sell them, and bam,
but
that
Tegan,
floor's paid off.
Like, that's an easy thing for you to wrap your mind around, because you're already, like, willing to acclimate yourself to the idea of, like, work creating capital. Like, you're like, I will catch these snappers, which I can convert to money. But, like, if what the kid wants to do is, like, you know, fuck off and talk to all of his animal friends and maybe have the dog come over this evening and listen to records, then if he wants that second floor, that dog's not coming over. He has to go get them snappers.
No, perpetual debt. It's the idea of perpetual debt.
Yeah.
I think in order for a more accurate representation, Tom Nook has to also impose an interest rate that's seemingly small, but is actually astronomically high.
You know, another way they could make it worse is if you paid Tom Nook back in Nintendo Gold coins.
Oh, God.
That 1 to 100 exchange rate, man.
Oh my fuck. 1 to 100. Oh no, Rocky. It's only like 1 to 100. Oh my God. All right, here we go. Buckle up.
I'm buckled. Click. There we go. Right.
So this idea of, like, spend $1,000. God damn it, Nintendo. Like, what the fuck?
Brian, you're not finishing sentences.
I know.
Yeah, you're not. You haven't said a complete idea.
Guys, you know I get this way when I get this way. But, like, the way that this whole, like, My Nintendo program has been rolled out has just been an absolute cluster. Like, they had a whole year of the program, like, that launched right around the time the Switch did. And when they launched it at the same time as the Switch, there were no Switch rewards. They had mad games you could get for your Wii U, which I thought was hilarious. They were like, that's right, as if any of you still have this thing hooked up, you know, here's your hot games for the Wii U. And then they would, like, list stuff for the 3DS occasionally, you know, like titles. But, like, they kept on talking about the idea that, like, eventually you were going to get to a point where you could just use your gold coins in the Nintendo eShop. And they finally rolled it out. And, like, yeah, it's a 1 to 100 ratio on physical games, and a 5 to 100 ratio on digitally purchased games, which means that, like, you spend $100 on the fucking on physical goods, you're getting $1 back. Like, that is just ridiculous. Like, god damn it. Like, I can go to Subway, buy 10 sandwiches, and they're just going to be like, hey, here's a fucking sandwich. Here's a sandwich, big boy. Like, here you go.
Big boy.
Like I really have a hard time thinking of a loyalty program which is worse. If you went to the Hilton, Rocky, all right, Pretend you're Rocky. Be like, I'm Rocky.
I am Rocky.
Okay. Now I'm going to be the man at the Hilton.
Okay.
Check in. Hello, I'm the Hilton man. How are you, sir?
Hi, my name is Rocky Hardy. I'm here to check into my room, please.
Fantastic. Let me tell you a little bit about our loyalty program here at the Hilton. If you stay here 100 times, Rocky, we will give you 1 night for free. How's that sound? How's that sit with you?
That sounds awful. I don't want to do that.
Okay, that's understandable. Marriott's down the road. Thank you for participating in that exciting role play. The fuck? The fuck, Nintendo? What is wrong? Like, I love the fact that, like, the day they roll this shit out, Sony's got the thing going on where, like, if you spend $100 on the PlayStation Store, they just put $15 into your account. Like, come on.
Yeah, that sounds reasonable.
Yep, and they're doing that shit left and right, like, all the time. Sony has run that promotion 6 times in the last year. 6 times. Like, what is the point? Like, what is the fucking point of a 1 to 100 ratio? It just, they might as well not even be running the program. And in fact, if they would like not to, I completely understand. There are lots of companies out there that don't have loyalty programs. They can just not do it. But to, like, run it and have it be this, like, shitty half-ass just feels bad. Am I alone on this?
I feel you for that. It's definitely garbage, but, like, I'm not relying on it, like, at all. Like, it doesn't feel like a reward, and, I mean, I get that. Like, when they announced that gold coins were coming back, I wasn't particularly excited about it. And now that I know it's garbage, I feel like my lack of excitement is justified.
I am going to live find out how many gold coins I have. This is going to be exciting.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Rocky, you just got some more gold coins by purchasing a thing that we're going to be talking about later in the show when we talk about the Direct.
All right.
Well, yeah, I got some coins.
Excited.
I have no idea how many, but I guess one of these days, you know, when all I have left is my Switch, and I just need, you know, another $5 to get my next game, to get my next fix, maybe I'll have 500 coins there. Who knows?
Well, don't worry, because those coins expire a year after you obtain them.
Yeah, so that's a great point. Thank you, Tegan, for reminding me.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Because while we were waiting for them to announce this program, I had 400 coins expire.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So, like, because the coins I earned for the purchase of the Switch itself, those expired. Thanks for that. The coins I earned for the purchase of my extra set of Joy-Cons, and the coins I earned for the purchase of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, those are all gone now.
Actually, they shouldn't be gone until the end of the month. Because you didn't purchase those until the beginning of March, so it shouldn't expire until March 31st.
Well, I'm logged into my account and it shows them as gone. My balance has been reduced to 592 coins.
The fact that you had 592 coins is on its own amazing to me.
No. That 592 is what I have after the other ones disappeared.
So you had nearly 1,000 coins before.
I had just over 1,000 coins.
See, I have 32 coins expiring at the end of the month. I haven't had any gold coins expire previously.
Yeah.
So there's that.
So, I mean, I suppose I could do, like there are some real bad games on the eShop for about, like, $5. I suppose I could get one of those. You know? Maybe I could get Vroom Vroom in the Night Sky, motherfuckers. See how that goes.
You could also use it as a coupon towards other games that are less bad.
That's true.
You know, a coupon. You like them coupons, right?
Who doesn't like a coupon?
I don't like coupons. I always forget to use them, so I end up paying full price for fucking everything, like a dork. But I could get Art Academy for the 3DS, and that's cool, because that's a game I've wanted to buy, but didn't want to actually buy.
Yeah. I think the truth of the matter is I'm just going to get Mighty Switch Force for the 3DS, and then...
What about Earthbound? You can get Earthbound for 40 coins.
No, I can get 50% off Earthbound. You're buying a coupon with your coins.
Yay!
Yeah.
Buy a coupon!
Well, loyalty programs were a mistake, and they're trash. Weep inside. How do you guys feel about talking about some news?
Let's do it.
Cool.
Okay. Alrighty, so the Nintendo Direct happened! Woo! Who had fun watching?
Very much
I did.
so.
It was a good time.
I had a fucking blast. Let me tell you what, I knew it was going to be good, and it was starting like right at the end of my workday. So I waited for the Nintendo Direct to be over before I watched it, so that everybody else in my row would be gone, and I could bounce up and down in my seat like a freak. Cause that's what I am. So, in exciting news, we got some 3DS news, and we got a bunch of cool Switch news. For the 3DS, we got some more info on Detective Pikachu, and, the massive amiibo that you can purchase with it. So that was cool. They're releasing another Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story game, and there's gonna be, some parts where Bowser Jr. is involved.
Yeah.
They're gonna be releasing Luigi's Mansion on the 3DS, which I'm really excited about because I like Luigi's Mansion.
What a time to be alive.
I know. We're also getting, Dylan's Dead Heat Breakers, which is some kind of racing game that I'm not interested at all in.
Did you ever play Dylan's Rolling Western?
Nope.
This is a sequel.
I don't play racing games a lot of the time.
Well, it's primarily not a racing game. It is mostly tower defense. But it's like a combination of racing and tower defense.
Race tower defense. Cool. Yep. Okay. And we're getting WarioWare Gold, which I know people are excited about. Because people like Wario and WarioWare. Because it's got a bajillion mini games. And that's all it is. Or something.
If you
I
need
don't know
to
anything about WarioWare.
If you need to at Tegan for dismissing WarioWare.
No, I know it's a thing that a lot of people love, and I know it's really exciting, but I don't like Wario the character, so I never got into WarioWare.
Oh, Rocky,
he does a lot of those things that I would describe as gross bodily functions that I don't need to be privy to.
Okay, personally, like, I can appreciate Wario. He's not one of my favorite characters. But WarioWare is pretty cool. Like, I had some good time playing with the micro games. I'm not sure if I'm actually going to pick this up for the 3DS, because I actually haven't touched my 3DS in, like, 4 months. But that's a whole other thing.
All the more reason to pick it up. The only reason you haven't picked up your 3DS is because you've been busy with Monster Hunter. Like, we all know that. It's cool.
And I've been
you
playing
haven't
a lot
picked
of
up
Switch
anything.
stuff. I've been playing on my Switch. Doing things.
And then in Switch news, we're getting Okami Port as DLC, which I'm super excited about. We're getting new... Yeah?
I'm definitely going to play that this summer.
I love Okami. I'm so excited. And I'm even more excited that there's still, you can still do the motion controls with, the Joy-Cons. Because the Joy-Cons are so much more precise than that original Wiimote was. It's gonna be so nice and satisfying. I can't wait. And then we got Sushi Striker, The Way of Sushido, which looks ridiculous. We got Octopath Traveler release date.
Can we pump the brakes a little bit and talk about some of these?
No, I'm too excited. I gotta get through all the things and then we can talk about it. Okay, I'll stop. Oh wait. Sushi Striker! I pre-ordered it.
That game looks super dope. I'm interested in the combos and the versus play. We'll see how it feels. But it definitely looks good.
I was not anticipating, like, big, pretty, fully animated cutscenes for that game. That kind of took me by surprise. But I'm also way into it. And also, I think I'm way into the fact that, like, the Sushi Striker lore seems to run deep.
Right.
Yeah, that they're, like, setting up this, like, ridiculously deep narrative of, like, sushi's outlawed and there's sushi rebels. And I'm like, what the fuck is this crazy business? Sold.
I was sold when they said the game is titled Sushi Striker, The Way of Sushido. I was like, I don't know. I was like, okay, this game looks kind of funny, and I might have pre-ordered it, but the fact that it's called The Way of Sushido solidified my pre-order.
I like the fact that, like, it seems like a lot of what's going on there is that they've taken a match 3 puzzler and kind of, like, laid it down like you're looking down at a surface where it's like where it's happening from an angle, and that kind of, like, visually obscures that what's going on is, like, color matching puzzles with the stacking of plates. But then adding in, like, the dynamic of then having to, like, fling stacks of empty plates as, like, a aggressive competitive action against an opponent, I think gives it another layer of that competitive feel, because a lot of times when you're playing, like, competitive match 3 puzzlers where you're sending trash pieces to your opponent, you never get the satisfaction of actually pressing a button to make the trash go. And that, I think I like. I really like the idea of being like, and now I fling this stack of plates at you. That seems very satisfying.
Yeah. I feel like this is gonna be way better than Puyo Puyo was for me. I really do. I think it's gonna be fun. I'm excited.
Also, can we talk about the fact that, like, within the space of 12 months, we're getting 2 games which are like, here's our ridiculously deep lore about food, the puzzle game.
Yes.
Like, yeah, it's just
What's
like
the other one?
Battle Chef Brigade.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just like, this is fucking silly season. I'm all about it. Like, I did also pre-order Sushi Striker. I'm like, yep, okay, big animated cutscenes, manually flinging the plate stacks. Okay, I'm on board.
Yep, it's gonna be fun. I'm excited. Are we good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so then we got Project Octopath Traveler. We got a release date for it, and it's sooner than I expected.
Okay.
In, like, a bizarro way, because it's coming out July 13th. And there's a big fancy collector's edition called the Wayfarer's Edition, and you get a pop-up book in it, which is, like, awesome, and you get a map, and you get a CD, and you get, like, a little fake coin thing, which is, like, and the same day that comes out, the Splatoon 2 Pearl and Marina Amiibo combo pack comes out, so, like, goodbye to all of my funds. Jesus. And they showed us 2 new classes in Project Octopath. They showed us Merchant and Apothecary.
Yeah. And they showed how, like, you can actually mishmash classes to get different effects. So, like, you can end up with, like, Warrior Merchant and get different attacks. Same thing with, like, Dancer, Apothecary, and etc.
Mm-hmm. They're all mix and match, so you can use... I think that's so, like, you don't walk into a battle and you're like, well, fuck, I'm a support class only.
Well, in Monster Hunter, there are no support classes.
Is anybody, like, looking at Octopath and just being like, oh god, my expectations are so high, please don't suck?
I had that problem with Breath of the Wild, where I was like, Jesus God, this is either going to be beautiful or I'm going to cry a little inside but still love it.
This is the Bravely Default team, and so, like, my expectations are really high.
They're really good.
I like the Bravely Default team, and I want to care about Octopath Traveler, but I just don't, which is weird. Like, it's one of those things that, like, I really wish I was, like, super excited about, because it looks like a good RPG. It just doesn't seem exciting to me. Maybe I'm just, I don't know.
Rocky, I have a feeling that Brian and I are both going to be like, you need to play Project Octopath Traveler before our Game of the Year conversation. But I can't guarantee that.
I'll wait for that update.
I can't guarantee that either. I mean, I'll certainly report back. I mean, it's weird because there's been stuff that felt very urgent as soon as I touched it this year, and then like the more I fucked with it, like the more I was like, man, this isn't as urgent as I thought. Like a good example of that is like Dandara, where like I there was lots of stuff, like it had a lot of style, but like the more I dug into it, the more I was like, man, I just do not like moving. Which is in a game all about movement, you should like moving.
Yeah.
But there is definitely stuff that like the longer it like say sits in my mind, the more it still feels urgent. It still feels like shit that people should play. Like I still think that like Celeste is a game that people need to play as part of this year. I think that Monster Hunter World is a game that people need to play as part of the conversation about this year. I think that Iconoclast is a game that people need to play, and I think that
I hope
the
you're
longest
ready
5
to play.
minutes.
Oh yeah, definitely. We need to play. Everybody needs to play the longest 5 minutes. But I think Kingdom Hearts is going to be part of this.
That's funny that you think that's coming out this year.
Or
I
ever.
mean, as far since I want to have faith because they actually said like a year in like a fancy font and shit. Like it's not like when they're like, oh yeah, Zelda's gonna come out in 2016, and I just looked at them and there's no like that date isn't like in a fancy font. I'm like, haha, no.
Oh my god, Tegan, I'm gonna remember this. It's like, yeah, but they put it up in the fancy font and everything. It was supposed to come out, right?
I'm gonna cry when it doesn't.
Man,
it's true.
Tegan, what else was in this direct? Did any of it have a fancy font?
Huh?
What else was in this direct?
Lots of stuff was in this direct.
Tell us more.
Travis Strikes Again, No More Heroes. We got some more info on that.
What'd you guys think of that?
It looks neat. Like, it looks like a welcome distraction. Doesn't feel like a full, like, No More Heroes game, though.
Yeah, that was the vibe I got. And I really thought that what we were getting was a full No More Heroes. And this feels very bite-sized. It looks tiny. And what's weird is, like, at the very end of the trailer, they're like, and adventure mode is an entirely other game. And, like, the stuff they showed of it, which was like 2 seconds, looked more engaging than the entire rest of the footage. So, I don't know.
Alex is excited about it. I don't know. It looks like a time.
Yeah.
As it does.
Like, I don't think it'll be bad or anything. I just don't... I kind of wish it was bigger, I think.
Mm-hmm. I feel like it won't be as much as what people want.
Yeah.
I think that, like, Suda51 brings with him, like, some very strong expectations. Like, murdering shit and moving around feel very fun in Suda games. Like, Killer is Dead, Lollipop Chainsaw, Killer 7, like, running around. The running around's real good, the murder's real good. These are games that are incredibly stylish. And I feel like the game definitely has stylish in spades, but I didn't feel like... That did not look like...
It had the other stuff?
Yeah, it didn't look like it didn't... And it's weird because, one of the things that, kind of came up during our conversation with Dave Lang about Extinction is, that, the idea of movement and it being fun to move around and the whole, like... one of the things he said about the game was that, like, if you're playing Extinction right, it's conceivable that you never touch the ground. Which sounds fucking awesome. Yeah. And, like... There's nothing that got showed in this No More Heroes footage that made me go like, God damn, that looks fun. And, which is bums me out because I would like to be excited about this game.
Right.
Oh, well. I'll keep my fingers crossed.
Alrighty.
Hopefully they return with a fancy font.
That's all you can do at this point, until we get more info. Or the game comes out, whichever comes first. Let's see. And we got... because Dark Souls is being released on the Switch, in its glorious re-release status, and because Nintendo can't stop printing money, they have created a Dark Souls amiibo of Solaire of Astoria, which is how you're gonna get the Praise the Sun emote.
From Software did get out ahead of this because some people lost their shit. They're like, is this the only way you can praise the sun in the game? They're like, no, it is not the only way you can praise the sun. You can also get it through regular progression.
It's just the fastest way, because if you have that amiibo, you can just tap it and you're done.
Yeah.
Oh my god. And you get this nice little figure of Praise the Sun Man.
There was a really
excited.
fantastic tweet from Patrick Klepek about this amiibo, where he's like, fuck, I guess I'll own 2 amiibo. The Wii Fit Trainer Lady and this. And I'm like, that seems kind of perfect. Like, it's a really good looking amiibo. That is a good ass amiibo.
Yeah, I'm excited. Like, it feels very Dark Souls, and it looks like they just took a nice quality large figure and just shrunk it.
Like, I think I'm finally going to play Dark Souls, you know? Like, I'm finally doing it.
Alright.
Are either of you guys, are anybody here going to do it? Anybody go to Dark Souls?
Yeah,
Alex will Dark Souls and Tegan will watch.
So I gotta.
Yeah.
Alex has Dark Souled all the Dark Souls. I'm gonna watch him Dark Soul the Dark Souls. But I did pre-order the amiibo for him. Because I was going in to pre-order other stuff anyway, so, like, I may as well. What's 15-ish more bucks or whatever? Like, fuck it. I think they're only 12, but whatever, it doesn't matter. Let's see. Captain Toad is gonna be coming to the Switch, and the 3DS.
Yay!
And there's 2-player mode, so, like, one of you can throw turnips, and the other one can control Toad.
I'm really stoked about this.
I don't know why.
I didn't think that they were going to be able to...
the weirdest games, Brian.
What?
Like, every time you're like, I'm real excited about this, I'm like, this is not what I picture you being excited about.
Fucking Captain Toad is one of the best games on the Wii U. Flat out, period. Like...
Brian's ready to go to war.
Yeah.
Apparently, yeah.
Like, it's
Am I
so
gonna have to
good.
play Captain Toad for E3? Or for end of the game of the year?
Oh, well, no, it's a port, so it's disqualified. Because this game has already existed. This game has already been released in the North American market. But, like, I feel like anybody who didn't play, like, if you had a Wii U and you did not get Captain Toad, you missed out. One thing I really loved about the game was that, like, after you played a full-length game and you got to what you thought was the end, and you rescued Toadette, you know, because what you were led to believe was the whole point of the fucking game was rescuing Toadette, which is super cute. I love, like, Toadette's cute, like, toad pigtails. Because like, her little mushroom cap has got, like, pigtails on it. But you get to the end of the game, or what you think is the end of the game, and then fucking Captain Toad gets kidnapped, and then you have to play through what is the length of an entire other game with whole new maps as Toadette, who's now rescuing Captain Toad. The actual climax of the game is Toadette rescuing Captain Toad. That's Baller Town. And, like, all the puzzles are so good, and the map design is so perfect, and the enemy placement is just like, mwah,
And toads are genderless, so, and their hats, the mushrooms are their hats. Yay! They just have a little head. This is it. Okay, anyway.
I'm not taking the bait, Tegan. I'm not taking the bait.
Brian wants you to play Captain Toad, so do it. Okay, and then fucking Undertale is coming to Switch. And, like, literally, when the little box popped up, I was like, God damn it, it's Undertale. I still haven't played Undertale, but that little box came up, and, like, that little white box, and then the text started scrolling, and I'm like, this is Undertale, isn't it? So, are there gonna be Undertale amiibos?
I mean... Since Nintendo isn't dumb, there probably are going to be Undertale amiibos. The only question is when.
I don't think the
and
world's
which
ready.
characters, and how many?
The world is not ready.
Will there be shortages?
Well, there will obviously be shortages, Tegan. Jesus. But, like, they're probably going to get the Skelebros. There might be one. Oh, God, I just realized. Are they going to reveal that character's name?
What character?
Like, sorry, the protag in Undertale. Damn it. Never mind. The point is that the protag's actual name is a spoiler. And I can't go into any more detail than that.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't think they can actually make one for the protag. They'll probably make one for the Bone Bros. It'd be cool if they made one for Undyne and Alphys.
What if they made one for the protagonist, but they just called it player?
I think that's not enough characters.
Like your player one character.
If I don't get a lesser dog amiibo, I'm gonna fucking stab a bitch.
Lesser dog. That'd be fun. I'd really like a lesser dog amiibo.
Flowey's gonna be an amiibo.
There is they could literally make a 1-to-1 ratio for people on Earth of Papyrus amiibos, and there not be enough.
You think?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, like
why?
There is something about the character of Papyrus that, like, once people have been exposed to Papyrus and are within range of Papyrus, they're like, I swear fealty to you. You are my new lord. And
well, yeah, because Papyrus is great. He's a hero to everyone that has ever lived. He represents all that is good and pure in the world. He is very dumb and very funny, but he has a lot of heart. There's no reason to not love Papyrus. He's like a dog. He's a giant skeleton dog that falls in love with you. It's hilarious.
Do skeletons have hearts?
Well, yeah, actually, in this case, while Papyrus may not necessarily have a heart, he definitely has a soul.
How does it keep the soul inside?
I don't think souls are physical constructs in this universe. I think... But, I don't know. It's weird how it's arranged.
I also want a Metaton one. Metaton amiibo, please.
Metaton amiibo would be so dope, actually.
Of course, like, we need a Flowey.
What's the ghost name? It's like something spooky black? No. Whatever the ghost name is, the sad ghost, he needs an amiibo.
Oh, the dude who, like, lays on his back and eats the sandwiches and just wants to feel bad?
What?
Yeah. And, like, he, like, the first time you meet him, he tries to fight you, but eventually he just starts, like, crying at you, and that's the attack.
Point is they could have a fucking metric ton of amiibos. Like, this could be, like, what... They could have somewhere more than Dark Souls, which is one amiibo, and somewhere less than Animal Crossing, because Nintendo got reckless and irresponsible there.
Because everybody loves Animal Crossing.
Well, discount Animal Crossing amiibos would disagree, Tegan. Like,
True.
Look, they just had too many. They flew too close to the sun. 900 Animal Crossing amiibos was too many.
But, like, 12 Undertale amiibos would probably be just about right.
Yep. Super good. So, they need to make sure that they play with that dynamite correctly.
Okay, then.
Yeah.
Little spooks.
I'm spooked by Little Spooks. And they're putting a second story in it, which is cool.
I'm really glad Brian wrote what after it, because I'm like, that's literally the face I'm making. It's just what?
It's Little Horrors, right?
Oh yeah, it's Little Nightmares. Wait, that's what I meant. Little Nightmares is coming to Switch. Yeah, that's right. And you're getting all the DLC for it.
Okay. But yeah.
I'm like, what the hell did I mean, little spooks, little nightmares, little scary things? Yeah, I'm good. You get, so you get the kid DLC, you get all the DLC packs, and if you have the Pac-Man amiibo, you can tap it and get a little Pac-Man hood for your little nightmare kid thing. 6. For 6.
Yeah. Oh
yep.
My god.
That game's no Inside. I mean, did you guys play Inside? Either you play Inside?
Nah.
Either you play Little Nightmares?
have not played Little Nightmares.
I've seen some Little Nightmares in it. It was enough to definitely give me the jumps.
Well, Inside is a much better video game, which had a weird special edition announced this week. The developer Playdead, I Am 8-Bit, and Real Doll announced a $375 special edition of Inside, and they will not tell you what's going to be in the box. They will only say that it contains a disc with the game. They won't tell you whatever else is in there.
Good. Good on them. I don't want to know what's in that box at this point. Jesus, that sounds awful.
I got 3-1 that whatever is in there is going to get fucked by somebody.
Oh, I don't want it though. That doesn't sound like a thing I want. Mm-mm. No, thank you. No, thank you. Let's see. So, also, South Park: The Fractured Butthole is going to be coming.
Do you get it?
Of course it is.
Are there going to be South Park amiibos?
I could pass on those. I mean, maybe it's because I'm old and grumpy.
I know people that would buy them.
Like, I don't know.
I know people that would buy them too, especially if it was like the 4 boys and then like,
Butters.
Yeah, I guess him. I'm thinking Stan and no, not Kyle. Tweak.
Tweak.
Is his actual name actually Tweak, or is that just what the kids call him?
No, his name's fucking Tweak. And it just...
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I feel like South Park amiibos would kind of like enshrine in like obvious plastic displayed in your home some of the stuff that South Park does these days, where you're like, man, I don't know about all that. Like, I don't know how I would feel having a fucking Jimmy amiibo in my house. Or Timmy.
Well, that's why it's like, maybe the 4 boys, and like, that's it. Or maybe like the 3 boys and not Cartman, because Cartman's an asshole. Don't at me! Cartman's a fucking asshole!
Well, yeah, that's kind of the conceit of the show. But they're all kind of low-key assholes. I mean, Kenny just dies every episode, but that's a whole other thing.
I liked that first South Park game. I didn't try Fracture But Whole because it seemed to be more of the same. Like, I know that they switched to like a Fire Emblem style combat for this one, which seemed like a weird choice. But I don't know. The switch to Switch is not enough to get me to fuck with this.
Alright. But what about this 6 Splatoon 2 expansion, man?
Yeah, what about the this is now, because it's 2018, and 8 is oct in Latin, it's the year of the Octolings?
Well,
that's Squat Tech, though.
That's Squat Tech.
On a scale...
I laughed so hard when he was like, boop! I was like, oh my god! It was too good. Too
I'd say on a scale from, like, don't care at all to... this makes me diamond rock hard. I would say this makes me diamond rock hard.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah. Are you ready to play as an Octarian?
Like, okay, I mean, this content seems so fucking exciting, so cool. Like, one of the things that, when I was bitching about Splatoon last year, one of the things I said over and over again was that I wanted to feel like I had an opportunity to get lost in this world and get lost in its lore, and that, like, the game didn't really, like, afford opportunities to do that based on its existing structure. And I looked at this, like, what they've got on offer with this expansion looks like it is exactly up Brian's alley. It's like this kind of, like, forward, like, propelling narrative single-player expansion that then, like, ultimately dumps you back into the multiplayer experience at the end of it. Is like, and once you finish all the single-player content, then you have the ability to be an Octarian in multiplayer. Like, one of the things I know I have also bitched about is the fact that, like, doing things in single player ultimately doesn't matter in multiplayer in the game. And so this is a place where they're kind of like linking the two structurally for a reward, saying like, no, single player matters. go do this because then you can do that. And that seems cool. Also, does this story remind anybody of the Warriors? Like she's just going down the subway, just trying to get somewhere and having to fight her way through all these experiments. And man, like, I got so many strong vibes and so many strong feels off this thing. I mean, I can't even start with this whole, like, Biggie and Tupac shit. Like,
this shit's dope.
Oh my god.
What about it?
It's
the
fucking
whole subway
so cool.
exploration vibes.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
I want to know why are all the octolings that are down there green and blue? Question number 1. Question number 2, are we actually killing them when we take the Zapfish back? Because that makes me real uncomfortable. Real uncomfortable.
Oh, killing
in my
them?
soul. Yeah, because they use the Zapfish to power their subterranean domain. Like, if you hang out after the boss fights when you take a Zapfish back, they're screaming and stuff falling apart, like, in the background. Like, legit. Like, you're fucking up their system when you take those things back.
But, like, in the story mode, it's only apparent that you're, like, taking the Zapfish, and they, like, can't pilot the robot anymore.
Yeah, that's the only apparent part. But, like, if you hang out and, like, don't take the Zapfish back right away, you'll hear, like, stuff falling over and people screaming and, like, the lights flicker and shit. It's like, ooh, am I killing all these people who don't have access to, like, oxygen and shit without the possibility of, like, fans that are pumping oxygen from, like, the surface down below? Because none of us can survive in water anymore.
True.
So, like, we all have to breathe air at this point. So, like, or ink, I guess. But, like, uncomfortable. But yeah, anyway, I'm excited. It's gonna be fun. I want to get I pre-ordered it, so I got my little headphones and my little shirt, which doesn't matter because I can't wear it right now because it's Splatfest. But, like, yeah. The headphones make me look like I have ketchup on my egg. I'm excited.
Man,
I'm really excited.
Like, all the little character beats that they showed in, like, the walking through the subway sequence, just, man, like, they got my number, which I kind of wish that they were doing something like this for ARMS as well, you know, like, just this big, giant, story-driven expansion, which says, like, hey, come back and spend more time with this game.
Yeah, I think they're just doing another test punch, and what else were they doing?
The tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
For ARMS.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm excited. Anyway, and then they spent a lot of time showing off, Mario Tennis Aces. Well, this was actually before, the Splatoon 2 thing. But whatever. Mario Tennis Aces, kinda looks like fun. I didn't pre-order it, but, like, considering it, you know?
Okay, well, the thing is, Tegan,
Yeah.
I am absolutely hype for fucking Mario Tennis Aces.
Yup.
I love tennis in general, just in real life. I also love Mario Tennis. I love the new, like, combative conceits that they're adding. Like, I mean, the power shot's not new, but, like, the super shot that everyone has is a little different.
The zone shot and stuff?
Yeah, it is better executed. The fact that you get their slow-mo dash is counterplay. The fact that if you take, like, a power shot without blocking it properly, like, can damage your racket and, like, can cost you a point, which is really dope. Because I remember playing tennis as a kid, and, like, I was hitting against people that if I didn't hit right, they would pop my strings, and I needed to have a spare racket just lying around. Otherwise, I just couldn't keep playing. I really like how the characters are designed. I'm salivating at the prospect of this story-driven, like, single-player experience where you just go to these different courts and fight people like Petey Piranha and shit. Like, I'm 100% down for Mario Tennis Aces. I cannot wait. High-level play is going to be crazy dope. The story mode looks really cool. I'm really glad that it looks like they've taken their time and tried to make a better game. I am all the way in. So down.
I like that you can play as Chain Chomp.
Oh, yeah. And the Chain Chomp with a racket in its mouth. Oh, my God.
You know he's going to be doing his best.
I really like Waluigi with the rose throw. That's a nice touch.
Mm-hmm. Waluigi only ever shows up to play sports, so I'm real glad that they invited him again this time.
I'm also glad that Nintendo knows on which side their bread is buttered, and prominently featured Waluigi in the footage. And it was just like, yeah, we know who's here for Waluigi. Mm-hmm. Answer all of y'all.
Yep.
But I think that was a good call out, Rocky, around character design, because that's something which Nintendo has sometimes with sports games phoned in. But like that Chain Chomp looks fucking dope. And Boo is no slouch either. Like the Boo playing tennis looks like super good. And I'm really curious to see how they feel different from like a movement perspective, because I'm anticipating Boo to be kind of floaty in the movement, and Chain Chomp is to have a very specific, very real feel. Just really, really good. It's interesting because like coming off of playing Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle last year, kind of like I know it's weird because it's not a 1-to-1, really primes me and gets me ready for this. Like the idea of like a linear narrative story game, which was what Kingdom Battle really was. Putting Mario characters in like a non-traditional situation. Like I'm already ready for another of those, and this looks to fit that bill exactly. Tegan, was there anything else at the Direct?
I mean, I guess there was like one more thing. So like at the end, they did this really neat, really like high quality animation, Splatoon battle, which really does, I feel like, fully encapsulate, exactly how Splatoon 2 matches really feel, even though you can't actually do all that cool sliding around and stuff. And like, they use that to introduce the fact that they're gonna be releasing Super Smash Bros. This year, and we already know, based on the little shadowy art, that fucking Link is gonna be in his Breath of the Wild outfit, and I'm hyped! Yeah. I'm hyped for No Hat Link! Oh, my man, he's right there.
Oh man, I'm very excited for the new Smash. I'm still convinced it's probably just gonna be a port of like the Smash 4 with new assets. There's no way it's not. Like
Sakurai said it's not a port.
Sakurai, when did he say that?
Today.
Yeah, today.
Okay. Well, I mean, generally speaking, Sakurai's full of shit, and I don't care if he listens to our podcast. But
if you do, Mr. Sakurai, hello.
Also, like the copyright on it, unless they're like obscuring it, like it just says 2018 on it, which is weird. Unless they don't have to like copyright for like the past years they've been working on it, because like Melee was in development for like 4 years, and I think even Brawl had like 3 years on it, and Smash 4 they've been working on it for, I can't remember what the copyright. I think the copyright actually said 2010 to 2014. But I have to look at it again. But
so Sakurai is not directing this thing. He said so. He said that his work on the game, this is what he said today, was, quote, in an advisory capacity. So I'd be interested in knowing, what does the Smash dev cycle look like once Sakurai is no longer calling the shots?
Yeah.
That's interesting to me.
But I like it. I've especially enjoyed the memes. I hope that the Splatoon pair are going to be fun in it.
I hope the Octolings appear as alternate color skins for the Inklings. So you
That'd
get
be
like
cool.
2 Inkling color, like not necessarily Inkling boy, Inkling girl, but like maybe just Inkling. You can flip between boy and girl, and you can flip between Octoling and Inkling. Well, Octarian, I guess. I keep using the wrong word.
Well, they called them Octolings in the Direct.
But they're... so are the Octolings different from the Octarians then?
We got questions.
We got questions. Splatoon 2 Octo expansion only has answers.
Yeah.
I forgot to ask you guys what you think the release date for the Octarian expansion is going to be.
Oh, it's July 8th. Like, it's on the eShop.
Aww. They missed an opportunity. If it's July 8th, it should be August 8th.
Oh,
so it's
I'm sorry.
8.
I didn't want to wait a whole month for it. So, like, I'm really glad that it's July 8th.
But, like, still, like, you make this whole thing, like, 2018 is the year of the Octoling, and then you don't release it on 8/8/18.
That's
Tegan,
true.
every
Sad.
day a game is not
Sad.
released, it's not making money.
Sad. Doesn't matter. Anyway, okay. Smash!
So, any characters other than the Inklings that
Inklings?
you hope to see added?
I'm interested in Shovel Knight. I still want, like, more Fire Emblem characters. I'd really like to see, like, Ephraim or Nephany in it, like a Lancer instead of a sword person. And you know what? Just for shits and giggles, I think Carly Rae Jepsen would be a lot of fun. But that's a whole other thing.
What?
What?
I just wanted to cut to the feeling, you know.
No.
Yeah, I think I'd be into some Shovel Knight. I would love to see, like, I think
in order to discuss additions, you kind of have to discuss who's safe. I don't think the entire roster from Wii U Smash is safe.
I agree. I
think most of that's going to be cut.
Like, I feel like Duck Hunt, Duck Hunt Dog is safe. Like, people lost their shit over that.
I feel like the main group that's been there since the beginning is safe. You know, so your Link, your Mario, your Peach, your Zelda, like, those guys are all safe.
Yeah, like
I
Cloud,
feel like
Bayo, and Ryu aren't safe. They're
yeah.
gone.
I feel
I think Bayo is, because, like, Nintendo has Bayonetta 3 coming out, and at this point, the amount of money that Nintendo has dumped into Bayonetta, it might as well be a Nintendo-owned property.
Mm-hmm.
Bayonetta is pretty much sleeping in the same bed with Kirby now. Like, it is a second-party game so closely associated with Nintendo, people call it a Nintendo game.
Yeah, I think Bayonetta's safe. I think we're gonna lose a significant portion of the Fire Emblem roster. I just don't know how much or who. And I feel like eventually one of those slots will be filled by the protagonist from the upcoming Fire Emblem Switch title, probably as future DLC.
I think that Ryu's gone, Cloud is gone, a lot of Fire Emblem characters are gone. Bayo definitely stays. I'm pretty sure like that either Springman or Ribbon Girl will join the battle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That takes the Mii slot.
Yep. And I would not be surprised to see if we see some more characters from like Switch titles, which are like, hey, just to remind you, you own a Switch, because that is a lot of what they leverage these to do. Would not I would enjoy seeing Snipper Clip cuts it up like.
Oh my god! Well, is it both of them? Is
it
like
has
both
to be
of the
like
little
if you do it like
Snipper Clip
Ice
dudes?
Climbers, if you give them like two people like they did with the Ice Climbers, like I would fucking love that. I would play Snipper Clips all the time if they gave me like two Snipper Clips. I think people would be way into Solaire of Astora, and I don't see it as outside of the range of possibility because we know that Namco is down to fuck, and
they've already made an amiibo for it, so it'd be real easy to be like, yeah, and there's Smash support for this amiibo.
Yep. I think that the core Dark Souls fan base would kind of lose their mind. Like, what? No, that seems like too much fun.
I could see the our champions as assist trophies, our Breath of the Wild champions.
That'd be cool. I'm down.
I'm trying to think if there's anybody from Breath of the Wild that would fully get added as another playable character.
I mean, you're gonna have Zelda, you're gonna have Link. I don't believe you could have Ganon in his Breath of the Wild form.
Actually, to be honest, I don't think if they're doing a new Smash, I would sincerely believe that Breath of the Wild Zelda doesn't make it. So they either use Twilight Princess Zelda again. I guess they could use Skyward Sword Zelda, potentially.
They could use another Zelda, but have Breath of the Wild as her, like, alternate costume.
Yeah.
You know? That's how Breath of the Wild Zelda makes it in. She's not a unique character. She's a different skin for a more traditional magical Zelda.
They have, they have a new Metroid Prime in the hopper, so obviously Samus and Zero Suit Samus are back. Mm-hmm. People have been screaming for Ridley for years. I just don't see it happening. Mm-mm. I think that Ness and Lucas are safe. I think if they take Lucas out, people will riot.
Yeah, they took Lucas out previously, and he was like the first character that was voted back in.
Yeah, if they take Lucas out, they'd have to like immediately give us Mother 3. Like,
that's kind of how that works.
Mm-hmm.
That's like Undertale amiibo level of danger. So, I'd like to see some of the. I know that this one's a long shot, but I would enjoy seeing Lana and Sia from Hyrule Warriors as a costume swap.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, where you can either do Lana or Sia.
I could see Hyrule Warriors costumes for Link and Zelda also.
Yeah,
maybe that's how they get Zelda in, is they use Hyrule Warriors Zelda.
I know the odds are slim. I would also enjoy seeing Box Boy. From Box Boy. I think odds are also low, but I would like to see Rusty from Rusty's Real Deal Baseball, but he's likely an assist trophy.
Yeah.
Because I think I'm the only person in the world who loves Rusty's Real Deal Baseball. But I feel like Captain Toad has a shot. I feel like he's a real contender.
If he's not like an assist trophy.
Well, I think that the reason he's got a shot is because he's getting re-released on the Switch. Mm-hmm. So, like, just based on like the logic of like what characters get in, Captain Toad working his exciting ground tech. Come on, give it to me.
Villagers staying.
Oh yeah. They got an Animal Crossing in the hopper that they just need to admit to. Mm-hmm. So
Nintendo, we know, please.
Yeah, just admit to it. Yeah, man, that was a good direct. I enjoyed it.
I had a lot of fun, and my new favorite thing to do is when I'm feeling sad is I'm gonna start watching people's reactions to the official announcement that Smash is coming. Because, like, those are just, they're so pure, and everyone's so hype, and nobody's like, fuck it, man, there's another Smash. And it's always like, haha, what are they gonna announce now? Smash? Holy fuck, they announced Smash! And just that, like, what are they gonna do, huh? And then, like, the pause, and then the look of realization, and then they just lose their shit, and it's so funny.
So, Nintendo's not the only, company that did something on Thursday. It was a hell of a Thursday.
Was it a hell of a Thursday, Brian?
It was.
Well, who else did things on Thursday?
Activision announced Call of Duty Black Ops 4.
What?
Yeah.
What?
And
I thought we were done with Black Ops. I thought we were just going to port 3 forever.
No, so they Call of Duty Black Ops 4, it's a thing. It's being developed by Treyarch, which that checks out. They've been handling that series. They went with this weird stylized representation of the digit. Does Activision think that people just don't know Roman numerals or something? Because they didn't go with IV. They're like, Call of Duty Black Ops 4, I. And so it looks kind of like a goofy shield.
Oh, God.
Maybe that's the point. Maybe they wanted it to look like a goofy shield, and they were like, if we just do the IV, it doesn't look cool enough.
But it looks dumb now.
Agree. The biggest thing for this that jumped out at me is that this game's coming out on October 12th, which might not sound like a big deal to some people, but goddamn, is this a big deal. Like, historically, Call of Duty just owns the first week of November. Like, other companies build their calendars around the assumption you don't do anything the first week of November because that's when COD comes out, and then pretty much everything that sells from the date that COD comes out until Black Friday is just COD. You know, they own the retail space until, you know, the sales start happening. So, goddamn. I mean, like, so, you know, it's Black Ops 4, which means it's not going to be like throwback, past timey. It will not be boots on the ground. It'll be boots which are wall running and probably have, you know, accelerated movement. There will probably be drones involved. And it's October 12th. Guys, what do you think about this?
I mean, I feel like it's gonna sell okay because Black Ops 3 was, like, the most cherished. It seems like it's the most cherished Call of Duty.
It's the one you're thinking about is Black Ops 2.
Oh, is
I mean,
it?
people play Black Ops 3, but, like, Black Ops 2 for the 360 is currently sitting in the top 10 most concurrent players on Xbox One. The 360 backwards compatible title. Yeah.
Okay, then. So I have it a little bit backwards, but that's alright. But, like, I don't know. I think it'll sell well. I think it's gonna fuck up some other people's release schedules. And that's pretty unfortunate. You know?
Yeah, like, Activision is a fucking problem. And I'm not sure there's much that anyone can do that anyone can really do about it outside of, well, you know, I was going to say Blizzard and Overwatch, but Activision Blizzard's one company, so that doesn't help. I guess PUBG Corp could try to do something, but they don't have to. Like, they can just hang out. So yeah, I guess, like, anyone who wanted to release a game during the month of October, specifically to avoid, like, the COD fanaticism, rip you guys.
Which means that Call of Duty is now coming out before Red Dead Redemption 2 by a week.
Oh.
Yeah, talk about that shit. Because if you were to talk about, like, games that I would say could conceivably stand up against Call of Duty, like, that are of that scale, Rockstar releasing a new game, Rockstar releasing one of the most hotly anticipated games of the last 10 years, is probably the only thing I could think of. And I'm wondering, is the reason that Activision did this to try and get ahead of Red Dead?
That's ugly.
Man. Yeah, it's goofy. It's going to be a messy October.
True.
Which, of course, makes me wonder, what the hell does Nintendo have for the fall? They need to start talking about their fall schedule. They really do. Like, I'm assuming Smash is September. Like, I feel like you could chisel that shit in stone at this point. Because they need to, like, they've said that their online program is launching in September. And if they launch that without Smash, and then try and charge people later to play Smash Online as opposed to setting the expectation the day Smash comes out,
I think I could see online launches, they wait a week, and then Smash comes out just because of, like, people trying to figure it out and their servers trying to figure it out. Like, giving it that time before they're like, yeah, we're doing Smash Online! Woo! Have fun! Like, you know, because people are gonna shit all over that as soon as it fucks up the first time. Does that make sense?
I definitely agree. So it sounds like everybody here thinks Smash is September. So if Nintendo's other big fall jam is that Yoshi game, rip that Yoshi game. Like,
True.
Yeah.
If Nintendo's other jam is Animal Crossing, though, fucking yeah. Give me. Give me my... Just do it. Just announce it, Nintendo. Come on. Like, I know you want... Maybe you're trying to save it for E3 this year. Maybe it's not coming out till next year. Just a tiny... Just a little... I just want to see, like, the mailbox with the little letter in it, and then you just open it up, and it says, like, 2019 or something. Just please, I'm dying.
I feel like that's the only thing they could have in the hopper right now that would hold up against... Like, if somebody were like, hey, Nintendo, what do you have that you can put out against Red Dead? I think the only answer they could have, other than we'll take the month off, is Animal Crossing. That is it.
Because Animal Crossing is so different, so calm compared to Red Dead?
I mean, because as much as people don't admit it, like, Metroid does have kind of niche appeal. You either like Metroid or you don't. And there are a lot of people out there that don't like Metroid. But Animal Crossing is very universal. People love that shit. So there would be lots of people who would buy Red Dead and buy Animal Crossing. Oh, man. So
especially
Activision
because, like,
did a
somebody
thing.
can play. It's like a good cool-down game.
Rocky, anything else happen on Thursday?
Yeah, Ubisoft announced The Division 2, so that'll be cool.
What do you mean, The Division 2?
Yeah, you know, like The Division, which is that online small group shooter game in an urban environment where you could turn on your teammates at the last moment and take all their shit. It's that game, but, like, again, The Division 2.
Can I now enter the environment in a group of 100?
Oh, God, can you? I think that's right. I think that's what they're adding.
What?
They didn't outright say it, but
100 people start playing The Division?
they didn't outright say it, but there's no way it doesn't go in. I'm sure that they'll put that in there. It was kind of a weird announcement too. Like, it's almost like it felt like Ubisoft was like apologizing for announcing The Division 2. It was like, please understand, we're making The Division 2.
What? Why?
Well, because they've been going with this more like ongoing support approach to like their game development. Like they actually spent a lot of time this week talking about the post-launch support for Far Cry 5, which got me really excited. And I'm like, man, I can't fucking wait to break into Far Cry 5 with all this talk of like the way they're managing their post-launch support. They showed like all of the expansions they're adding afterwards, which all look like radically different and look really cool. And this thing called like Far Cry Arcade, which is like essentially like Far Cry Mario Maker. And it really shows like it is like a platform which will get a bunch of content and remain engaging in interesting ways. As an aside, are either of you guys doing Far Cry 5?
Yes. We are doing this location in Ohio is doing Far Cry 5.
Rocky, are you Far Crying?
I don't have plans to at present.
Okay, I will have details from the front on Far Cry when it happens. Considering how much my favorite games last year were so strongly influenced by Far Cry, it makes sense to Far Cry. But yeah, like when they were talking about the Division 2, this thing that they said was that there was stuff that we wanted to do to the Division as ongoing support, but it wasn't built with that in mind. It wasn't built to support that stuff. So it seems like the thing to do is make the Division 2. Which I'll buy, because that seems to be more in line with their current release philosophy. So I guess means the Division 2 will be supported a lot longer because they're building with that in mind. But I'm still not sure I care.
Yeah, I know what that's like. Well, one thing you might care about, if you have some trouble, getting into Fortnite, you don't have time, to sit down in front of your TV to play, or, in front of your computer, if you got that kind of tech. Fortnite is apparently coming to mobile, and it's going to have PS4 crossplay, because, everything does now. So if you have, I don't know what the specs are yet. It's still just a new announcement. But if you want to play Fortnite on your phone with people and, Battle Royale with everyone else, you'll be able to do so in the near future.
Okay, I have a question.
What's up?
So this Fortnite is going to run on iPhones as old as a 6S.
I believe that's what it says, yes.
Yeah, which is at this point like a 2.5-year-old phone?
Yes.
A 2.5-year-old phone, which is nowhere near as powerful as a Nintendo Switch. And I gotta wonder, like, as Fortnite is making all of the money. Like, Fortnite has now got double the concurrent viewer count average of PUBG on Twitch, and has overtaken PUBG pretty handedly and consistently for like its average concurrent player base.
Mm-hmm.
How quick do you think Epic is like working to get Fortnite to Switch, and do you think that'll be one of the things that like Nintendo hits us with at E3? Like, oh, and by the way, Fortnite.
It's definitely a solid possibility.
I'm not convinced.
Tegan, what if I told you that after you jumped out of a flying school bus...
Oh god, I don't want to jump out of a flying school bus.
After you jump out of a flying school bus, you could then touch your Princess Zelda amiibo to your Joy-Con and then run around doing a murder dressed as Princess Zelda.
I would do that. I would do it immediately. Wow. Damn. I have to reevaluate my brand.
It got bodied so quick. So fast.
I did.
I'm just saying that, like, amiibo support plus Fortnite.
Amiibo support plus Fortnite. What if I touched my Inkling amiibo to my Switch, and instead of a gun, I got an Inkling gun? What if I did a murder with ink instead of bullets?
Oh, that'd be weird.
I would be so down. Just all of a sudden you just hear pop, pop, and it's just splat. Man.
Yeah, not to mention plus, like, the prospect of, like, Fortnite has a very recognizable, very digestible visual style, so, like, I would not put it past Epic and Nintendo to release Fortnite-specific amiibos. Yeah, like, if they can get this thing to run on an iPhone 6S and have that iPhone 6S capably running crossplay with a PS4, there is no reason for this game not to come to Switch. I just feel like it's one of those things that we haven't heard about it yet because they're waiting for the moment to do that mic drop.
I believe it.
Anything else going on with Fortnite? I feel like there was other business that happened.
Oh, yeah. So Save the World, which is, the original Fortnite mode, where it was like PvE, you build your forts, you fight against hordes of storm zombies and whatnot, actually recently got dicked over by the latest patch. They didn't do Chinese New Year event where you got bonus weapons, and those weapons could get perks based off of dice rolls after continued play. Well, the latest patch, 3.2, erased or basically set it up so the perks that were already on items were reversed. They're just gone. Epic has explained that the reason they did so in the first place was because the rolling system worked differently than other perked weapons, so that you could potentially get like 5 really bad rolls on abilities or 5 really great ones. And so they basically re-rolled everything that was lower than something that wasn't already max legendary. And people are obviously mad about it because they didn't know that's what was coming with the patch. Some people have actually gone to the lengths of requesting refunds, and some players who've been there since founders requested refunds in microtransactions as high as $600. And they're mostly upset about the treatment that Save the World has gotten since Epic has been pivoting to make Fortnite the next Battle Royale game. And so they're potentially alienating the initial base, which may or may not actually hurt Epic, but the point is that it's happening and the players aren't happy.
Yeah. So this has pretty much just been the crazy shit that happened on Thursday's show. Was there any other crazy shit that happened on Thursday?
Heck yeah, there was. Of course there was. Hideki Kamiya was himself on Twitter, So he tweeted during the shortly after the Direct, quote, "If you don't announce Virtual Console and new Joy-Con with cross-shaped D-pad, we may lose motivation for developing Bayo 3. Understand, Ninty?" So, like, this sounds like, maybe he thought they were supposed to announce the Virtual Console and a new Joy-Con with a cross-shaped D-pad, but they didn't. So, maybe that's actually in the next Nintendo Direct and he got messed up? Or, like, I don't know, like, oh boy.
Man. I mean, I know he usually puts these kind of shenanigans on Twitter. I'm just not used to him addressing these kind of shenanigans to Nintendo.
Well, I think that just means Nintendo's a part of the club now.
Yeah. Oh, Lord. Yeah, hopefully this doesn't actually make the relationship between Platinum and Nintendo weird. You know, Kamiya's kind of he's one of those rebel free spirit auteur Japanese developers. So, you know, we shall see.
We shall indeed.
Yep. So, I guess this is the part of the show where we talk about what came out on Steam today and report how many titles came out yesterday. Yesterday saw a whopping 89 titles out on Steam, because Steam is a bad place where bad things happen. And so far today, there are a scant 5 titles. That is it. Out on Steam, including these hot hits: Demon Robot Runner, for the low price of 59 cents. Demon Robot Runner is an indie endless 2D runner, full of fun and great challenge. What to expect: beautiful indie graphics, good sound effects, equilibrated. That's how it's spelled. Challenging gameplay.
Okay.
Different types of obstacles. Randomly generated levels. How to play. Left mouse click to ascend. Yep. And picture what you think this game looks like, and you are exactly correct.
Oh no.
Alien Survival. This game thinks it's so tough that it has an age warning on it. You have to click through an age warning. Which is weird, because once you click through an age warning to get to this $1.59 game, you are treated to a bunch of reused assets in what looks like Unreal Engine.
Oh boy.
Yep. Survive as long as possible in unknown world. Find energy packs and guns to stay alive and fight aliens. Appears to be it just dumps you into a large empty box in the Unreal environment that somebody's put like trees and stuff like every couple 100 feet, and you just wander around occasionally picking up energy boxes. I haven't seen a single enemy in the trailer. So that must be the best FPS ever.
Oh, yeah. Sounds like it. That sounds like my kind of FPS.
Yep. It says hardcore, no save or load, no HP or armor, and no checkpoints. What do you bet the reason that that is all true is that our developer
is lazy as fuck?
I was going to say doesn't know how to do it.
I mean, you know, we said the same thing, basically.
Yeah. Energy decays over time. You will need to pick up more energy packs or kill aliens to get energy. Oh, okay. All right. Well, good on you, Alien Survival. Other winners from today include Attack of the Gigant Zombie versus Unity-chan. If you think that this is a game directly hanging a lantern on the fact that it's a crappy Unity game in the name, you are correct.
Oh no.
Within the first Yay. Within the first 5 seconds of the trailer, both the main character and the giant she is running from clip through the surface of the earth.
Yay!
Then Unity-chan hits a bunch of repeated asset enemies that apparently have no AI to react to her, and then she's running around with a flower pot in her head. It's the best. Guys, this game is incredibly expensive at $3.19. Good thing it has a Steam achievement. 3D action game that adventures various places to defeat gigant zombie that threatens peace. That's a sentence. Fight with monsters, gather items, and gain power. You can bring home the objects you find in adventure and build your own garden.
Okay.
Huh. Like, it's always really weird to me when we look at this shit as to, like, what the developer decided to be ambitious about. It's like, your game looks incredibly bad, but your shitty Unity asset character can bring home stuff to decorate her house? Just make that game. Also we have Mariko, Hot Nightlife. Uh-oh. Alright. Oh, Jesus.
Hot Nightlife. Tell me more.
This game is $1.99. Mariko wants to go to nightclub and make new acquaintances today. You can make a choice for her how to spend this evening. Mariko is a university student. She wants to go to nightclub and make new acquaintances. Will it be really hot this evening? The choice is yours. Visual novel game with sexy content. Non-linear text with different storylines. Drastic story that will branch according to your choice. Surprising ending. Steam achievements. This game looks like it's horny. Oh, and it is a lesbian dating sim for the male gaze.
Aw.
Yep. It's
Man.
It's they would like for you to have various anime girls doing a kissing with each other.
But not a kissing with you.
Yep. But not a kissing with you. So one more. Let's see here. What is our last Steam gem for the day? I feel like so far today, Attack of the Gigant Zombie versus Unity-chan is our big winner. Well, with its surprise inclusion of, like, decorating your house.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, we have our big loser. The last game released on Steam today is Achievement Hunter: Dragon. Yep.
Wait, it's called Achievement Hunter Dragon?
Yes.
No, Achievement Hunter: Dragon. Didn't you hear all the words he said?
Achievement Hunter: Dragon. In this 2D action shooter, you play for the main character who wants to stop the enemies who are trying to destroy his home. You do not have any allies. There is only you, your weapons, and a huge number of aliens. Fight for your home, increase your skill, upgrade your weapons, and prevent invasion of enemies into your city. Game features: minimum allowable price.
Wait, what?
The game features a minimum allowable price.
I don't know what that means.
Meaning that I'm charging as little as Steam will let me. Like, oh my god!
Oh, man.
I'm so moved. Real weapons, fearless protagonist. That is it. Those are your bullet points. Yeah. The developer is listed as Putalin Industries. And Putalin Industries appears to have released 30 games on Steam.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and apparently they have exciting titles. I had no idea that Achievement Hunter: Dragon was a sequel to Achievement Hunter Chef, and Achievement Hunter Kyborg, and Achievement Hunter Wizard, Achievement Hunter Overdose, Achievement Hunter Samurai, Achievement Hunter Alien. I'm assuming Universe in Fire is not part of the series. Achievement Hunter Scars, Achievement Hunter Zombie 3, Achievement Hunter Pharaoh, Achievement Hunter Begins. That must be where the saga started. These are all $1, by the way. Achievement Hunter Spinner Edition. Oh, where you play as a fidget spinner. Achievement Hunter Cromulent. Achievement Hunter Zombie 2. Oh, man. Okay. Achievement Hunter Darkness, Achievement Hunter Zombie, Achievement Hunter Dogger, Achievement Hunter Offensive, Achievement Hunter Urban. I'm not even clicking that one. Achievement Hunter Darkness 2, Achievement Hunter Urban 2, Achievement Hunter Foxy, Achievement Hunter Punk, Achievement Hunter Princess. And then another game called Achievement Hunter Princess. Literally has the exact same title. Achievement Hunter Dragon, Achievement Hunter Mermaid, Achievement Hunter Gnome. I'm sorry, not Gnome. Nom. It's misspelled. And lastly, my favorite one in the series, it's just called 16,000 plus achievement. Buy this game, you will get 16,000 plus Steam achievements.
Well, that's a disappointment.
It's so rare that a single man in a basement somewhere finds his way to our conversation about most reprehensible business practice. Usually we reserve that talk for major corporations and political lobbying organizations. But Poodle-In Industries, good on ya. Like,
oh my god.
Oh, gosh. Man.
That was a hot mess.
Okay, so as for mail, ironically, I don't think we actually got unsolicited mail this week, but we got some interaction. There was a brief conversation with Big Sach regarding concerns about the new Mario Tennis. And also we got some feedback on the Facebook regarding our choices for best Nick Cage movie.
Oh, yeah, because I forgot Kick-Ass existed. And I also forgot that Nick Cage was in it.
Yeah, he was Big Daddy, actually. Oh, fuck, he was Big Daddy.
Yep, that was a thing.
Oh, man.
That was a thing that actually happened.
Oh, man. But yeah, but outside of that, shout outs to Jordan and to Big Sach, for interacting with us, engaging in the conversation. Anyone who likes to follow their lead, definitely talk with you, try to figure some stuff out. How do you guys feel about this weird shit that came out on Steam? Are you going to hunt the Achievement Hunter? Do you want to play Fortnite on mobile? Or what do you guys appreciate most about the Nintendo Direct?
Let us know. Get at us. And hang out with us. You've got upwards of 3 chances a week to fuck with us. You can hang out with us on Monster Hunter Mondays, where at the very least, you'll get one of us in the form of one Rocky Hardy who hates community leaders. And sometimes you'll get 2, maybe 3 of us. You have a chance to, on any week where we do not have an interview scheduled, see us on Thursdays when we're doing show prep in our Discord. That I think can be a good time. We usually have a good time. And then on Fridays, I hang out. I hold down the Twitch on Fridays for Final Fight Fridays, where if you want to see Brian slowly walk to the right over the course of multiple hours punching things, he'll do it for you.
So guys, please get at us. As always, we'd appreciate if you leave us reviews on iTunes, Google Play, or Stitcher. Anyone that leaves an iTunes review is owed a biscuit, a buttered biscuit from Brian Cartwright. Please check out Big Sach, who did our theme, The Impossible Coin. His work is available on SoundCloud at soundcloud.com/BigSachNJ, Or you can follow him on Twitter at @Ilary_Swank. You can find us on the Discord. We'll be there on Thursdays. On Mondays, I'll be playing Monster Hunter on the Twitch channel, and Brian will be playing Final Fight. But outside of that, hope to hear from you soon, and we'll be back next week.
Peace.